Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Kathy, how are you? It's been ages. What are you doing these days?
I just opened my own restaurant. I'm also head chef.
You're kidding. You've always hated cooking.
Well, I used to hate cooking, but now I love it.
When did you change your mind?
After I tried French food. Before that, I used to cook really boring things for my family.
I still can't believe it. So, did you go to cooking school or something?
Yeah, I went to California to study.
Really? How long did you stay there?
I was there between 88 and 90.
And what did you do after that?
Then I came back here. I worked for about 3 years to get some experience.
Do you have any plans for tomorrow night?
Not really. I wasn't thinking of maybe going to a movie. Do you want to go with me?
Sure. What movies were you thinking about going to?
Have you heard of Hot Fuzz?
Yes. Isn't the director of that movie the same guy who directed Shaun of the Dead?
That's the one. It's an action comedy. What do you think?
To be honest, I didn't really like Shaun of the Dead. Besides, I like movies with a happy ending best.
What do you have in mind?
I was thinking of Seeing You, Me and Dupree. It's a typical Hollywood blockbuster.
Isn't that the chick flick with Kate Hudson and Owen Wilson?
Yeah. I suppose you wouldn't want to see that, huh?
Not really. Do you like biographical, drama films?
It depends on who the film is about. Which movie did you have in mind?
Anne Hathaway is in a new movie called Becoming Jane, which is based on a true story about Jane Austen.
That sounds fantastic. What time is it playing?
It's on at 8 p.m. at the Phoenix Theaters. I have a membership there, so I can book the tickets ahead of time.
Great. Shall I meet you there around 7:45 tomorrow night?
Sounds good. I'll see you then. Is that girl your girlfriend?
No, it's not.
She doesn't look like our classmate.
Don't mistake her as somebody. She's my older sister.
Really, she's so pretty.
Do you know that Mary's marriage is on the rocks?
Really? I've never heard of it.
I saw her husband have it out with her yesterday.
I think Mary must be sad, because she loves her husband very much.
I can't seem to progress up the career ladder no matter how hard I try, and I have been here for 2 years already.
Well, have you thought of getting an MBA? I heard it does wonders in getting you to the top.
An MBA? Hey, well, my degree wasn't in business. The business schools won't be interested in me.
Nonsense. The business schools measure your ability through a test called GMAT.
GMAT? What does that stand for, and what will the test contain?
Graduate Management Admission Test. It contains 3 parts.
Okay. This sounds a little tough. How am I supposed to practice for this?
Up to you. You could have a one-on-one session with a tutor or group sessions. You can also use free or private computer software. Going to church might help as well.
No matter what I do, I'm going to ace this test and go on to become a corporate fat cat.
That's the spirit.
What's that book you have under your arm?
It's the best-seller everyone's been talking about for the last 6 months.
How in the world did you get a copy? I've put a hold on it at the public library for weeks and I'm still waiting my turn.
I checked it out of the rental library. It only costs 5 cents a day.
Is it really worth paying for?
I can't tell yet. I haven't got beyond the first chapter.
If it's any good, I'll buy a copy when it comes out in the pocket edition.
My wife is really a chatterbox. It's so boring.
I have an idea.
What is it?
You just turn a deaf ear when she talks. Would you please tell me something about the agriculture and industry of New Zealand?
The agriculture in New Zealand is highly mechanized. The industry mainly focuses on the manufacture of agriculture and stockbreeding products.
I see.
If you need any further information, please don't hesitate to ask me.
Okay, I will. Tony looks very handsome in the suit.
He prefers suits to jackets.
Judge from his look, he's a very serious person.
As a matter of fact, he is.
You mean it shuts off to save energy?
Yep. And it breathes, see.
It's not breathing.
Yes, it is. Look at the little light. It blinks off and on.
Jen, it's not alive but it does look user-friendly.
I would look so cool carrying this around.
And you'd look so cool.
Did you enjoy that new movie?
That movie's just a lot of noise, same as Simon.
Oh, what happened, Carol?
I had to go by myself, he couldn't make it.
What? I met him just before I took off from Kitty's. He said he was coming.
Kitty's? He sure gets around, doesn't he?
Looks like it. So how did he handle it too?
His excuse was familiar. He said his car died again.
I think that's a bunch of nonsense. It seemed okay to me.
I know. Last week he gave me a lie about being too busy.
Doesn't sound promising.
Well, I think it's the time to pull the plug.
If you want, I'll let him know if I run into him.
Thanks anyway, but I'll do it, Rebecca. Let's get to class. What's wrong, Jerry? You look so upset.
To be honest, I was just dumped.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You can go on a holiday to cheer you up.
No, thanks. I'm not in the mood for traveling.
Come on. A trip will do you good. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I was planning on doing a lot of wallowing.
Well, my friends and I are planning on going to Shangri-La on Saturday. Do you want to come with us?
Where is that?
Not very far from here. We'll fly. It's about 1.5 hours.
What's there to see?
There is a large canyon, vast grasslands, ancient forests and mountain lakes.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yes, the scenery there is breathtaking. I have some pictures at home. You can come over and take a look if you like.
Okay, then I can make up my mind. It seems to be clearing up.
It's such a nice change.
I really don't think this weather will last.
Let's just hope it doesn't get cold again.
What do you think of the novel you just finished reading?
I like it a lot. It has a very funny beginning, I think. It attracts your attention the moment you begin reading it.
What do you like best about it?
I like the plot. It's so full of twists and turns. I also like the main character. She is so humorous and smart.
What do you think of the ending?
The ending is a bit weak. It's so abrupt, like those of most other detective stories.
Why don't you have dinner with me tonight?
I'd love to.
Let's say about 6 o'clock?
That's okay with me.
The world changes, the family changes too.
What do you mean?
People now like a small family composed of 2 parents and 1 child.
That is called a nuclear family.
I don't like such a family.
What kind of family are you like?
I like a family composed of many people. It includes grandparents, parents, aunts and uncles, and children.
It's a traditional family. It may be too large to live well.
We can live well, I think.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.